couple weeks back, I killed a dog.
Breaking Bad has so many incredible mental health scenes, but this particular scene with Jesse expressing anxiety and guilt over what he says, killing the dog, but he didn't really kill a dog, but he's using that analogy to talk about actual person. It's an incredible scene because he's sharing his intense emotions. He doesn't even want to be there to share his emotions, but he does. Notice that Jesse is not using eye contact. He's slow in his response. He's searching for words to say. These are classic signs of anxiety guilt. Here you can see Jesse breathing and sighing, and he's pausing. He's searching for words to say. And it's almost as if he's getting ready to confess, but then he doesn't. So that anxiety and the guilt, it creates this tension, and he gets increasingly annoyed by the person asking questions. You can see that he is getting upset. He's looking up at the ceiling. He's wringing his hands. He is clearly getting frustrated and upset. He's trying to figure out what to say. He's a loss for words. His mind is racing. This is what anxiety guilt does. It creates this top emotion that has anxiety at the top, and the guilt is at the bottom, and they collide. And that's what's happening here. Multiple emotions going on at the same time.
Watch the crosstalk, please.
In the context of group therapy, crosstalk refers to disruptive behaviors from other people in the group. A person who is sharing needs to be able to talk about and be open and free to express their emotions and their thought process without being challenged, without being questioned. And what happens, that creates an environment that's more hostile, and the person that's sharing is likely to shut down, which completely derails the whole process and the whole reason for group therapy.
How'd you feel about what you did, Jesse?
That's a really good therapeutic question. Asking how it makes you feel.
No.
Who cares how you feel?
Great example here why crosstalk is not allowed in group therapy. She is clearly challenging Jesse and judging him, which creates a reaction in Jesse, and he's reacting to her reaction, which is completely what is not allowed in group therapy. Jesse's anxiety guilt is really starting to come out here. He's questioning so many things. It's as if he does not have a filter. His emotions are taking over. His emotions are not being regulated, and he's starting to react and ask these questions. As Jesse's anxiety guilt is starting to reach a peak here, he is judging himself. A lot of self-criticism and self-condemnation, a lot of guilt is coming out here. He's judging himself, and he's asking, what's the meaning of life? He's questioning life itself. Here, Jesse is diverting again. He's criticizing self-acceptance. He's criticizing the therapeutic process by questioning and mocking even. And the facilitator is really bringing out here how Jesse is starting to have self-hate, that inner critic that often comes with anxiety and guilt. You can tell by looking at the people in the group that Jesse's anxiety guilt is really starting to resonate with them. Chances are everybody in the group identifies exactly how Jesse is feeling. And maybe you do. Maybe you feel and identify exactly how Jesse feels. Here is where Jesse's anxiety guilt is reaching a peak. He's attacking the facilitator. The facilitator is trying to get Jesse to open up, to share how he's feeling, to open up more, to express his emotions. But Jesse is feeling the anxiety, the guilt, and it's so much, it's reaching a peak here that he's trying to deflect how he feels and make the facilitator feel bad. It's a classic maneuver. Someone who is experiencing this intense anxiety and intense guilt, those two emotions that are collided together, they go for an attack. And they attack the people that's nearest them, and sometimes attacks the people who is closest to them. Jesse is really getting to a lot of grief right now. It's a lot of guilt, a lot of regret, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of anxiety. And you can see it on his face, his body language. He is wrestling with this. He wants to come out and confess, but he's not. It's like it's building up inside him like a hurricane, like a a wave of emotion, and he's about ready to explode. And we're seeing that right here. He is 1 inch away from exploding, 1 inch away from imploding. And that's what anxiety, guilt does. You have so many thoughts going around in your head. You're obsessing over all of the things that you did, what you should have done, and you're regretting it. And that guilt and that anxiety is eating away at you. And Jesse is taking it out on everyone in the room. Yes, Breaking Bad is an amazing storyline that we can trace so many different types of mental health issues. The whole show, the whole series, all the series, we could take it apart step by step and talk about mental health. But this particular scene with Jesse talking about his anxiety and feeling guilty, that is an amazing depiction of the intensity that happens in what's the raging insides of someone who is experiencing this. They feel guilty, they have anxiety, they want to confess, but they don't want to confess at the same time. It's a tension, and it's palpable. And that's what we're seeing here with Jesse.